Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 is an underappreciated classic. While not as popular as the original Knights of the Old Republic, it has a memorable story to tell, despite the lack of polish and many cuts due to a rushed development, but overall didn't ruin the experience for me. Plus, I don't mind an RPG taking around 35 hours to complete. I think it's very much worth playing if you haven't, and does actually feature several quality of life improvements over the first KOTOR. Knights of the Old Republic 2 has a much darker tone. In the years that have passed, the galaxy seems to be in a darker place than the more golden era of the first KOTOR. The Jedi are all but extinct and are remembered in a very negative light. It feels much harder to decide who's the true villain, as both Sith and Jedi have questionable motives, and their intentions seem ambiguous. Playing as a Jedi outcast who's cut themselves off from the Force after being exiled from the Jedi Order due to involvement in the Jedi-Mandalorian War, waking up on a space station in the middle of nowhere and encountering a mysterious woman whose past and connection to the Force is shrouded in mystery and lies. From there, you begin to put the pieces of your character's past together and form a crew. Using the iconic Ebon Hawk as your own ship and base, the team you assemble is varied and well developed. You have pilot and scoundrel Anton Rand, Mandalorian war vet Bao-Dur, Cassandras, a Mandalorian leader, D3M4, the very helpful and always loyal droid, Darth Nihilus' apprentice, who's also assassin, who else becomes your apprentice, and bounty hunter Myra. They make up the main cast, with many others joining in as well. Each character is well written, with backstories and plenty of moments to shine. It doesn't feel like they're just there to fill out the roster. With your character being at the center of his personal galaxy, with all your party members rotating around you, with your influence over them being a driving part of the narrative, creating both fascinating character development and deep RPG systems. There are also several baddies running around. From a fallen apprentice, Darth Sion, who seems unkillable, undead, and deranged. He also holds secrets concerning a certain member of your crew. The crime lords, bounty hunters, and a whole cast of scum and villainy. Darth Nihilus, who exudes aura, with the power to seemingly devour planets. Yet ultimately, his unique connection to the Force is his downfall. Now, the execution of Darth Nihilus felt fumbled to me, and is a little underwhelming. Having Kreia, the old, crusty, dark side puppet master, wasn't really where I wanted to see the story go. Your character remains a very big mystery throughout the story, and is fascinating to watch it unfold. The environments are many and diverse as you travel the galaxy, encountering a multitude of races, creatures, and cultures. From the cold and abandoned Purgus mining asteroid, to the Citadel station on Telos, bustling with trade activity and hiding a pretty shady underbelly. Nar Shaddaa, a massive city full of crime, wealth, poverty, and corruption. To the emptiness of Dantooine and its desolate Jedi temple and rather hostile population, who are being constantly threatened by raiders, scavengers, and gangs. Wild jungle planets teeming with deadly creatures and housing a clan of even more deadly Mandalorians. A capital city twisted in political tension and war, also visiting Korriban, scorched by evil and home to secrets long buried. And finally, Malachor 5, a place of past horrors and peril, whose very atmosphere seems to exude darkness and pain. Following leads, the Exile, as you're known, encounters the remnants of the Jedi Council, the same Jedi Council who exiled you and cast you out years ago. These interactions have great tension, as some of the Jedi are regretful of the past, while others still despise you. I love how this game gives you pretty justified reasons to feel slighted and resentful towards the remaining Jedi Order who cast you out all those years ago, or to show your growth and wisdom by choosing to learn from them and reconcile the Order. The game doesn't hold back at all, enabling you to make some pretty messed up decisions if that's your character path. One of the biggest strengths of this game is all the fallout from the Jedi-Mandalorian War that happens before the original KOTOR. The trauma it inflicted and how it affected the galaxy. The layers introduced regarding the Jedi Order's decisions and actions surrounding the war give lots of reasons to doubt whether they are upholding the Order or succumbing to fears. For example, on Dantooine, where the old Jedi Temple has been destroyed, it seems that most of the residents are glad the Jedi are gone and don't seem very anxious to have them return, blaming them for the many troubles of the planet. Ultimately, your character is given an amazing decision: to seek revenge and kill the Jedi who cast you out, or seek to learn and make amends. The game is played in real time with pause combat, so you are still selecting from a menu of skills, not actually pressing buttons or comboing. It manages to stay fresh and active while giving you as much strategy as you want. You have a nice variety of powers, abilities, and equipment spread across your team to keep you engaged in encounters. As someone who doesn't play a ton of tactical RPGs, I thoroughly enjoyed the combat. The game also features an achievement list, with lots involved in acquiring all of them. Plenty of missables in this one. It'll take at least 2 to 4 playthroughs if everything goes perfect. I think it's cool for older games to have achievements. It adds to the overall replayability of the game. There are also a handful of mods to enhance your game, including a content restored mod, which I plan on checking out eventually.
Risky response to you. This is very rare.
With its dark, moody, brooding atmosphere, layered and well-developed characters, dynamic relationships, motivations, and mysteries, this is easily the best written Star Wars game of all time, and a classic story that I highly recommend experiencing. My opinion is that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 doesn't get the love it deserves. It's definitely one of the better Star Wars games, very solid RPG in its own right, and adds intriguing plot points to fill in the Star Wars galaxy. And I'm left thinking about it to this day.
They are all dead, save one, and one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Thanks for watching this look back at one of the most underrated Star Wars games. Please consider subscribing and leave a comment if there's a Star Wars game you should revisit next.